Hey viewers, welcome to another game of the Casual Pro Gamer. Today we are doing another Elise game, and once again we have WatchMe playing Elise. Once again we are going for jungle, and yeah, I promised this one after the last one. So we're going to see a second Elise game. And if you have any requests for champions that I haven't done in a while, or that haven't been appearing in games in a while, such as Rise I guess, then please feel free to send me a message or an email or whatever. Yeah, of course it would be helpful if you actually had a good game with one of those champions, but there are several champions that I haven't seen in quite a while, so you can send them in, you can figure it out for yourself. Anyway, we have Jungler Cho'Gath on the enemy team? No. Oh, Jungler Kha'Zix. Where is he? Oh, he is still in base. He is not connecting, it seems. Not for now, anyway. I'll keep an eye on that. It seems that, yeah, that may actually be a very bad start then for him. Anyway, we're going to fast forward a little bit through this first part because, oh, we have a disconnect here as well. So Rise disconnecting on our side. And Rise reconnecting on our side. So yeah, the Kha'Zix now shows up. He didn't disconnect, so it's purely his own fault. So I can't really feel sorry for him. It didn't say he reconnected, so I'm assuming he was just AFK. And he is going to suck hard now, because he's not going to get that first push on, or help, I guess, at the blue buff. Which means he'll have to do it on his own. And let's see how he makes that work. Oh, he is going to get a little bit of assistance here. But yeah, it is not going to be a whole lot of assistance. Of course, Kha'Zix is a pretty good jungler. And with all of the health potions, she should be fine. But yeah, Elise is way further ahead already. She's 2 camps ahead. And, well, a camp and a half, I guess. And both of them are still pretty slow. On taking out those minions. Of course, Elise has to wait for those for the smite to come back up before she's going to do the red buff. But anyway, now it is just farming with those small spiders, because the small spiders are actually yeah, they're not drawing away the attention from the golems, but they are doing damage, so that's excellent. I don't know if there's a timer on them. I don't think so, but... And it seems that bottom lane gets first blood there. Let's have a look at it. It is... yeah, he's just pretty low already. And not using his health potions for some reason. And yeah, just nice use of that flash with ignite. And yeah, if you don't use your health potions, of course you don't need to buy them. And this guy, yeah, he's going to get owned as well. And how did he die? Hang on. He died to something. Well, whatever. I don't know. It seems there was some damage over time effect on Draven, but I didn't know he had one. So he may actually have one, I just don't know. Yeah, it seems that here the jungler comes in and is going to get a whole lot of damage done on that Rise. Rise dies to him, and that means that yeah, they're going to our jungler, well, our jungler is now kind of a little bit behind the enemy jungler. He of course knows that, well, the enemy jungler got a kill, but not that he was ahead in the first place. But yeah, well, it doesn't really matter. Let me sort out the people here. Yeah, jungler, top lane, bottom lane, mid lane, bottom lane, top lane. That should be about correct, yeah. So now you can compare everyone. I always sort top lane, jungler, mid lane, AD carry, support. And wow! Bottom lane getting a lot of kills here, and not just by one team, just by both teams, which is pretty awesome. And oh, he stays alive at no HP at all. And no, not going to go down. Hang on, let me check on his skills when I have time. I don't have time for the moment, but I want to check those skills to see whether he has some damage over time effect. And are they going to be able to land it? I don't think so. No, no, no. It's going to be close. Taking 2 tower shots there. That was not really worth it. The red buff actually preventing the recall here, I think. I think he wanted to recall. Wow, look at that. The amount of crap on him. Yeah, it seems that bottom lane got another kill on the Twitch. Twitch, who is now 0 and 3 already, and 5 and 2 for Draven. Draven stacking up the gold here and really pulling ahead, which is awesome. And yeah, I still want to see. Hang on, I want to see his skills. Let me put directed camera on, and yeah, we will not miss the kills while I check this out. Oh, come on, really? You're going to be like that? This is okay. This is kind of stupid. You can't check apparently. Maybe like this. No, it just jumps straight to the champion. I don't care. Oh yeah, it's his innate ability. Yeah, that's the one I didn't know, so I kind of figured it would be that. Anyway, let's switch back to manual camera and just go and watch bottom lane. Yeah, I don't really know most of the innate abilities. Of course, from the old champions I know all of them, but from the newer ones and the remade ones, I really have no clue what they do with innate abilities. Oh, is this guy going to die to the tower? Wow, it is so close that... Yeah. And so unnecessary. That's the beauty of it. And is Elise going to pick up this kill? No, I don't think so. I think she's just better off getting this this golem. And someone actually took out the small golem, but not the big one, which is exactly the opposite of what you want to do. But anyway, mid lane getting well, pretty good trade in here, and it seems that yeah, he took an extra tower shot there because he oh, nice! Wow, that was from all the way over there. Let me rewatch that, because I want to see this. Okay, we're going to follow it all the way around. This is the first long range kill on him that I've seen, and just all the way across the map. Well, half the map, but still, it is an amazingly long shot, and yeah, very nicely done. The first time I saw one of those. So Draven picking up another kill, of course, with his current status of 7 and 3, with yeah, very low minions though. But he is pretty far ahead. He has almost double the gold of everyone else, and yeah, about 1.5 times the gold of the enemy carries. But yeah, doing a great job, and of course with that gold he can do a lot of damage to the enemies. And wow, double kill for the blue team, and they almost picked up a triple, but Elise manages to get out of it. That was a large amount of damage coming out of them, and once again we see that the Draven falls. Draven, although he has been picking up quite a lot of kills, he has been dying a little bit too often, and yeah, he still builds up the gold, of course, from the kills, but still you get behind in farm that way, and that is never good. That's never what you want to have. And look at that damage from that Kha'Zix. She is going to get out though, and wow, nice! The jump up was good enough to actually save her and get her the kill. So yeah, it seems that this guy was on a killing spree. The Nunu, he had picked up Draven a couple of times. Well, 3 times. Because this guy still hasn't really done anything. Yeah, this was a lot easier to hit, this ultimate. So the mid laner goes down in that, well, while this fight in the bottom lane was going on, not really spectacular. He had gone down, well, to low health a couple of times already. Oh, not landing the stun. That normally means that you should just back off. But because he is low mana, I can completely see why he goes in for this. Because there is no way that this Brand could make his stun happen. And without the stun, he is not going to kill her. Of course, with Kha'Zix coming in, that's a different matter. But almost getting the kill, and unfortunately, Ryze not manly enough to pick up that kill. Yeah, it was nicely seen that the Brand had very low mana, but yeah, Elise went in a little bit too far. Didn't have any vision anywhere on the enemy team, so kind of risky to do that, because especially those drawn out fights, yeah, normally someone will come in. And wow, Ryze just getting killed again. 0 and 3 now. He's kind of going the way that this Twitch is going. It's just taking a little bit longer. And Twitch is now, yeah, he's now 1 and 5, or 1 and 5, or however you want to pronounce that. It doesn't really matter. He died 5 times already, and he did get 1 kill after his 4th death, which means that he is worth gold. And that means that even though he has a very bad score, killing him is still a good thing for your gold wallet, I guess. And it's definitely worth it. Let's just call it that. So yeah, of course Elise is going to get out of here because Jack shows up. And yeah, we already lost 1 turret here. Yeah, sorry I was a little bit late on that, but we might still be able to see the rest. And a nice attempt by Brand, but it's not going to work. It is not good enough, and they are just going to recall. Well, it's just this one guy, of course. The Kha'Zix came in to just check up on whether maybe he was at the tower, because if he was at the tower, he would have jumped on him and killed him. And obviously, that is exactly what he's made for. He's made for those snipes and those one-on-one fights, and yeah, here you can see that. Of course, this Ryze is just very bad at staying alive. 0-4, only building mana, has nothing yet. So even though he got killed 3 times already, he decides to buy an extra mana crystal because, well, probably his guide said so. So his build from MOBA Fire or something like that said that he should go for as much mana as possible, and he should go for these items. But instead of Tear of the Goddess, he should have realized, well, maybe that's a little bit too risky. Maybe I should go for the other item first, the Catalyst. Because with the Catalyst first, you can actually do a whole lot more, well, in the overall department, because you get a lot more health. You also get more mana and health back when you level up. So all in all, it's a better start if you're behind. Obviously, the Tear of the Goddess is a good start if you're doing well, but yeah, you're not doing well every single time, and that is of course a problem. So it seems that wow, they're running away 3 versus 1. Really? Just kill them already. Yeah, so I don't really understand why they ran away. I do understand that now they should run away. Now it's 3 versus 3. It was 3 versus 2. But, oh! Everyone got out of that. That is incredible. So, Nunu not cancelling his ultimate halfway through. A little bit too greedy. And could have done way better. A triple kill for for Draven, who stayed alive this time, and both of his teammates died there, of course. But both of his teammates are good to die. It's not a problem if Draven picks up those kills. And with 13 and 5 at 15 minutes in, yeah, you can pretty much not lose anymore. Of course, he still needs to work on his minions because, well, it's not very high. We have 87 minions as the highest in the game, and he has 36, which isn't even half of what this Cho'Gath has. So he missed quite a lot of them because he died 5 times, and so did the Rise, also 5 deaths, and that is just, yeah, that's just no good. So, yeah, are we seeing new items? I don't know if this is played after or before the last patch. It seems that it's built, or that it's played before the last patch, because we see no, well, none of the really overpowered super items. For example, the supports, the Sightstone seems to be really too powerful because everyone gets it, and that generally only happens with the overpowered items. And does he know that someone is there? No, he didn't know. He just went for the golems, but he was like walking around here like he knew someone was there, and maybe expected someone to be there. But now he did know. Anyway, there is, or at least it seems to be, some interest for the Baron. But I think it's still too early, because, well, the one team has Draven that is holding off the other team, but if Draven gets killed while doing the Baron fight, or while, well, if he gets stacked up too much while doing Baron, yeah, they pretty much lose. So, not actually sure how that will work out. It seems that, yeah, we have a double buff now on Draven, and that is going to work out brilliantly, because that's exactly what he needs. He needs that red buff. The blue buff not so much. It is useful. It's always useful to have a blue buff, because you can spam your skills a little bit. And are we going for dragon? Oh, he picked up the dragon with his ultimate. Oh my god. It seems that now we are in trouble though. And she's going, yeah, she was going for the kill, but that was not going to work. And as you can see, like always, when you have a team fight, well, a team fight with only one fat carry on your team, then as soon as they die, or he dies in this case, you lose the entire team fight. There's no way you can win. And that's exactly what happened. It always happens like that, and that is why most people or most teams prefer to have at least 2 carries. Of course, most of these games are best played with only 1 carry, but so yeah, it's best not to share the kills. But yeah, if you get killed as a carry, then yeah, your team is in really big trouble. I don't know what this guy is so afraid of. It's not like that that Twitch is going to insta-gib him. But hey, whatever. He only has a little bit of armor, so I guess he's a little bit afraid because of that. He does have his mana barrier back up now. And we are still farming in the jungle. So not going for this mid lane apparently. I don't know why. The mid lane would have been a nice amount of farm. There was a complete wave, and yeah, now it just goes to waste. But yeah, getting the red buff here is also good. Getting that slow might actually be able to pick off the Cho'Gath now, but not with Brand incoming. And Brand is here. She did see him. Yeah, the ward saw him, and come on, did she dodge that? That was awesome. That was awesome. So, oh, unfortunately missing the stun. Yeah, that was less than awesome, but that first, yeah, that first dodge was really nice. Of course, that is a trick that you need to do with her. I know that, and I'm pretty sure that a lot of people would have done that. It's just nicely timed. And we do grab the kill on Kha'Zix at least. So Twitch gets out alive. Twitch is stacking up some gold here. He's still farming minions. He doesn't really have that much. He's at 5100, where this guy is at 8500. So you can definitely see that he's far behind. But he is at least trying to come back, and I'm not sure if he can actually make that. The blue buff is indeed gone. She checked with her repel. And we are going to go to top lane. Still has that red buff. Still might be able to pick up this kill. But it seems that, wow, yeah, Jack's in some trouble here. The stun goes down and they actually land the kill. Nicely done before Jax dies. Very nicely done. Of course the repel would have made sure that she got there earlier. But yeah, she didn't have it because she used it on the blue buff. And yeah, kind of ran the long way around instead of just going straight there. But yeah, still, she came in exactly in time, which is excellent. And which is exactly the way it should be. So, what? He didn't have anything anymore? Wow, he has 3 disables for that ultimate from Nunu. And yeah, it didn't matter. It didn't matter in the end because this guy gets out alive and that's the only thing that mattered. Yeah, it was just very risky to use all of your things when you have a Nunu coming in. That might have his ultimate up. And all you need to do is protect your carry. You don't have to do damage as Blitzcrank, because you're Blitzcrank. And he's, well, Blitzcrank is not a very high damage champion compared to Draven. So anyhow, yeah, I'm not actually sure what Jax is trying to do here. He's not going to be able to catch anyone. Okay, he's not going in. Anyhow, so the blue buff goes to Brand, which is excellent, but the mid turret goes down. And wow! Oh, almost getting the kill on Nunu, but not entirely. And yeah, that's where you want to have your damage over time, man. Oh, no! Of course, it hit someone straight away. So I don't know if that was on accident that it hit the Brand or that was the target, but yeah, it never reached. That was a shame. So the volatile spiderling coming out, and are we actually going to see some nice? No, not nice CC at all. Unfortunately, they could not make it work. And we are going to just follow this, I guess. Hang on. So I want to see why they got killed here. Oh, just 2 versus 1. Yeah, and then the others come in. Wow, and just 2 shots that guy. Are you kidding me here? Yeah, Draven can do a lot of damage if you can catch the axis. Of course, that is the problem. And a double kill for Rice, who is finally making up for the like 0-6 start. It's now 3-6. It's still not a good score. It's just that it's acceptable now. And the entire red team here, this tower is going to go down in 2 seconds. And Draven is not focusing the tower though. He is happy to just go after the champions. So yeah, the tower does go down. There's no way they could defend that, and they may actually, or they should actually pick up this second tower because Brand is still down. And yeah, if they just keep grouped up, then Kha'Zix can't really do anything. So Kha'Zix really is the single target damage champion, because yeah, if people group up where normally AoE damage does a lot of damage, he doesn't do as much damage. That's kind of nice. That's the exact opposite of the AoE champions that we normally see, and that is quite nice. Oh, almost gets the grab, but not enough, not good enough. Yeah, we have the junglers facing off against each other, but this is not going to be good for Elise because, well, she can't really go up against that Kha'Zix 1 versus 1 because Kha'Zix, as I said, is a 1 versus 1 fighter and can't really lose that at all. And unfortunately the miss stun once again. And she just jumps out, or he just jumps out. Not really sure if it's a he or a she. I'm assuming it's a he, but... Oh yeah, let's bounce it between two champions. Man, why didn't it bounce to the minions? It's supposed to be able to bounce to the minions, right? Yeah, well, I don't know. It just seems weird. I mean, for a random generator, that was weird. That was like it prefers champions. I mean, it can happen, of course, because that is what random is. Anything can happen. But yeah, it just seems weird that it didn't bounce to any of the minions while there were like 6 minions there. Anyway, we have our entire team up on our own half of the map. Of course, there is no dragon because they just took it out, and Baron is apparently still too high. I don't really understand why. They're 6k gold ahead. By now they can snipe it really easily because Blitzcrank can just tank it, Elise can tank it, no problem, and then Draven can just take it down without taking any damage at all. And if they just get it, as well as Jax can take it down. Jax still doesn't have his first big item though. I'm not really sure what he's going for. He seems to be going for Trinity Force, but then builds Water Cutlass first, which is kind of strange. But anyhow, it doesn't really matter. I guess he wanted to slow or whatever this is. Slows the champion's movement speed. So yeah, that is the slow projectile. It is nice, but it's not really that great. 4 champions here. Let's see what actually is going to happen. Because yeah, the Baron is warded by the blue team, and that means that the red team is going to have to counter ward that, or just get very lucky. Well, or they will get sniped, which of course would be the most entertaining for us. But we'll have to see if that actually works, or if that actually happens. How did he know that? I guess he guessed that someone was in there, but not doing any damage to that. I want to say Kog'Maw, but that's not your name. Cho'Gath. So 2 kills for the red team once again, but we are following this fight because this fight is way more interesting than getting a super fat dude to hammer away at 2 noobs. And oh no, Blitz, get out! You're going to get blitzed, man. No! What are you doing? Oh my god! This Rise, man! This Rise! Yeah, it seems that they just pushed in for the inhibitor kill, but that is not interesting at all. Nice escape, very nicely done. Gets the escape with the repel plus flash, and yeah, that was very nicely done. Drew out an ultimate with that even, and of course the Nunu ultimate not really valuable. First of all, because it has a low cooldown. Second, because he can actually cast it for free if he gets 7 hits off. And then third, because it doesn't do any damage anyway. So it's mainly a slow. And then because he doesn't have AP, it's really not a whole lot of damage. It does some damage, but yeah. If you have AP, it is really it's a huge amount of damage. AP and some magic penetration, of course. But yeah, still it does some damage, and you definitely don't want to get caught by the full channel. And the problem is most of the time you won't have time to do the full channel, and that was the case here as well. So anyhow, what are we doing here then? We are just going for the minions, not really caring about the rest of the map. Yeah, these two guys should just back off for a bit. They don't know where the last guys are, well, where the whole rest of the team is. And they do know that these three guys are coming in. I don't know why they're not doing Baron. Just buy a pink ward and go for Baron already. No, I don't know. It seems strange. Anyway, blue team warded up the dragon, as you can see. Which means they can see what's going on. They can also just steal it, but yeah, no chance against that massive damage there from Draven, who has been picking up dragons all game long. And once again, a ward outside of the bush happens so often. It's incredible. The stun missed there by Brand, and he is getting distracted by the Blitzcrank, while the rest of his team is getting slain. So Blitzcrank, yeah, he does get killed there, but it's okay. He gets a kill back for that. Or they get a kill back for that. And come on, the full ace. No, this guy is so tanky. Well, if he stays in to fight, then yeah, that's going to work. But no, it didn't work. Cho'Gath impossible to kill in a decent amount of time. But of course, that is not the problem. He doesn't do a whole lot of damage anyway. I mean, he still does some damage, but unless he gets more AP, he's not that scary yet. Of course, his ultimate is scary. I mean, that is just true. His ultimate's always scary, but yeah, he only has 2 kills. That's nothing compared to the 13 or 19. Those are way scarier. So we'll have to see how that works out. So far, Elise has been doing a good job. A lot of disruption, a lot of engages where she escaped, and well, actually a positive score. So 3, 2, and 5. That's an excellent score. 135 minions, which is nicely keeping up with the rest of the team. Not with the highest minion score though. I mean, being 60 minions off is kind of a little bit too much. For jungler, doesn't matter too much, but for someone like Draven, yeah, that is, and especially this Twitch, who is also behind in kills, yeah, that is devastating to your amount of gold. And are we going to? No, we're not going to do anything, because everyone is just running out. No, don't. Don't go on the Cho'Gath if there are other people there. So yeah, this guy is going to go down. Oh, that's the Twitch. That is that's very nice. But they need to kill the Kazakhs, and the Kazakhs does get out. Yeah, the rest of the team just focusing the wrong guys. Look at the amount of damage this Cho'Gath took. That is just an insane amount of damage, and that means all of that damage is not available for killing anyone else. And you could have killed like 2 other champions with that same amount of damage. Of course, you can't reach them all the time, but oh, the nice Guardian Angel trigger, and she is going to kill both of them now. Or he, sorry. Keep saying Kazakhs is a girl. Maybe because he's such a pussy. No, he's doing very well, and of course that is the problem for our red team here, because they couldn't catch the Kazakhs. It is way harder than it should be to win those team fights, because they are pretty far ahead. They're 5.5k ahead, but most of that gold goes to this Draven, and yeah, every time Draven dies, it's just you're in trouble. So are they finally going for Baron? Because we have an Oracle's Elixir on Blitzcrank now. And that might actually, yeah, be what they need. Be what, yeah, they need to go for that that Baron. Of course they know that there's nobody there and that the Baron is still up because of this ward. And we're going to have to see if they actually make it work. The red buff of course goes to Draven. But he needs to stay alive longer. Still doesn't have his complete build, which is kind of, yeah, kind of strange. I would have expected him to have his full build by now. He does have his Guardian Angel though, and I really have to say that's a good choice to not wait for your last item to get that. But he needs that armor penetration to do that extra damage, because people are getting tankier and tankier, and this guy does have a lot of armor penetration. And yeah, you can see how that works out for him. But yeah, it doesn't really matter. This guy has so much damage. But he does have to watch out because yeah, it's 2.5 minutes until his Guardian Angel is back up. And that means that he's going to have to play defensive for until then. He does have a nice amount of lifesteal though, so he's going to be able to heal up quite nicely, as you can see, doing a lot of damage and healing a lot of that damage back to his health. And we are just going on in on this. Did she dodge it? Yes, she did dodge it. Nicely done. And again, with the massive amount of damage. Oh, she does get eaten though by the Cho'Gath, and Cho'Gath now becomes a little bit scarier because yeah, he did buy some AP, and he's going to go for that Abyssal Scepter, which makes him very scary because that adds magic resist reduction as well as extra armor, or sorry, extra magic resist. So yeah, and of course the extra AP. So that's a whole bunch of extra damage and also a lot of extra tankiness, so that makes it even harder to kill him. Of course he would be better off with something against Draven, because Draven is really the only guy that can kill him. It's not like this Ryze is going to kill him with his yeah, his puny items. I'm sorry to say, but they are puny items. Anyway, almost at the 750 mana here. And once he stacks that up, he gets... oh no, old patch, never mind. I wanted to say he gets the new item, but yeah, that's not the case, because this is the old patch, so it doesn't matter at all. I still want to see the rise from this new patch, to see how he does with all of those 1000 mana items. Because he can actually do very well with them. And you can get a lot of damage done with them as Ryze. And get a lot of tankiness from them. Anyway, we're finally going for Baron here. So there is no ward, they did check. And yeah, this is very easy. The Blitzcrank tanking a little bit of the damage. Well, tanking the damage, but getting damaged a little bit. Not enough to be scary, but he does need to pull back, because if he gets tagged up by Kha'Zix, then he just dies instantly, and then he loses his oracles, which would not be good. Ryze is coming in from behind, and we have Draven coming in from the side. Yeah, Blitzcrank wisely just scouting forwards instead of going into this fight. And he does grab what just happened? He did grab him, but it didn't go all the way through. What? That's not supposed to be happening. Maybe I missed another effect or something like that. Draven is still up, I think, because I didn't see him get killed. Oh, there he is. No, that's him. I just don't recognize him because I don't see him enough. But yeah, he I thought this was like Kazakhs or something like that. Really stupid, because that's on the other team. But they kind of have the same kind of axes. Well, these are, I guess, claws. I'm not sure what they are supposed to be. But yeah, that's since he was still alive, he picked up a lot of damage there. Wow, we got two turrets at the same time. I was like, huh? That wasn't him. Yeah, they got 2 turrets, and yeah, this the Spidey is just going to make it out of there, no problem. So now he's pushing on 2 lanes simultaneously. That's it's impossible to defend for them, and they're pretty much now fighting against fighting a lost battle, because the only one they can still kill is this guy and the Draven every now and then. But yeah, if they kill the Draven, they still can't push into the enemy base. They just will win the team fight. And if the red team messes up in the team fight, of course, yeah, that is becoming a little bit of a problem. And yeah, there you go. Draven gets killed, so they get the team fight, which wasn't really a team, but anyway. It is scary now, because now it is 5 versus 3, and Draven is gone. So yeah, they all need to back off to their turrets. And instead of doing that, Ryze says, well, I can still push, I can still get caught. And hopefully Elise actually manages to stay back for the next 30 seconds. She does have that stun, so that should be good. And no, don't get caught. No, it's okay, it's okay. It seems yeah, the blue team obviously does get a turret, but I would have expected them to go for this turret. Even though, well, the minions were far behind, and yeah, it would have been hard to do. No, stay at your turret! Are you kidding me? It's 5 versus 2, and they go in to get the kill. Obviously, you want to wait for these 2 guys to come up, because they were up in like 2 seconds. And now you're going to go in. Now you're going to try to land a stun, and Draven can finish off the kills. Oh my god. The ultimate on Cho'Gath picking up another kill. Yeah, it does so much damage. And Twitch going to grab a kill here. No! Twitch got stunned there, which is very nice. And yes, another nice kill. Double kill for Draven. He got a kill over here somewhere as well. And yeah, as soon as he's back up, it's all good again. And there you see kind of the tactic behind if you have one fat carry versus if you have multiple. Because, well, if you just lose that one guy, then you're just completely behind. I mean, you lose... Basically, by losing any champion, you lose about 11,000 gold. This guy has almost 20,000 gold. So you can see how there's a big difference. That's like 2 champions. And, oh, nice. The same goes, of course. Oh, and this guy stays alive. Incredible. So, yes, going straight for the turrets, which is exactly what I needed to do. No, go for the turrets! Oh man. Wow, he still picked up the kill on Ryze. Ryze is such a weak champion with this kind of a build. Doesn't really have anything. And that's the 3rd Frozen Heart they are building. Yeah, it's of course because Ryze didn't rush it. If Ryze would have started off with that, that would have been different, but yeah, and obviously they're going to win now. Oh, he wants to have one more kill, but does not get it. Okay, that was nice. Draven does it all. So, yeah, that was a very hard carry game by Draven. Nice support by the jungler as well as the Jax here. Yeah, the Blitzcrank also did a pretty good job. Yeah, pretty good, because he died a little bit too often and made a few mistakes, but that's okay compared to this Ryze who just died every time and had a pretty terrible build for someone who's behind. Obviously, if you're behind, if you're losing the battle, what you want to do is build a little more defense first and then your offense, because you don't want to lose immediately afterwards every time. And of course, yeah, the enemy jungler was super fat. There was really not a whole lot they could do against this guy one-on-one. But every time he came in the late game, it was 1 versus multiple. So Kha'Zix cannot do a whole lot then. Plus being 5k gold behind, oh more even. More like 6, almost 6.5k gold behind on Draven. It's also not very easy to deal with. Of course, he, Kha'Zix. Kha'Zix is way tankier than Draven with, well, the builds, as you can see, because of that Sunfire Cape and the additional Negatron Cloak. Yeah, just a way tankier build, but still got the damage done and got a lot of kills out of that. So anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. GG.